Can you beat Minecraft while it's a brutal dictatorship? In this video, I'm challenging myself to beat the game while obeying the laws from history's most brutal dictators. These rules will restrict every aspect of the game, including which items I can use, what I'm allowed to eat, and even when I can go outside. And it starts with Kim Jong-un. In North Korea, every citizen is required to own portraits of the Kim family. You have to hang them up in a prominent location so that, and I'm not making this up, they can be with you always. Translating that to Minecraft, I somehow need to get a portrait of one of the Kims, and I have to keep it on me at all times. Well, let's start the run. Dictatorship any percent. I think the best way to do this is going to be to get some wool. You may have noticed that I haven't gotten any wood yet. Well, what if I told you that I'm not even allowed to cut down trees? That's because tons of dictatorships actually had policies that protected forests in order to preserve the environment. So that's pretty nice. There's a specific block I'm looking for. Do they have it? Do they have it? Yes! Now I just need some wood. But I can't break trees, so... now I need a squid. I still can't cut down trees, but if it's already cut down, then it's fair game. I actually have to wait until nighttime to get the next ingredient, but trust me, it'll be worth it. This might be tricky. Alright, we just have to lead this guy to the iron golem. Get him! Yeah! Oh, dang, it didn't drop. Second time's the charm. Nope. Yes! Okay, now I can finally make the portrait. Get ready to see a masterpiece. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I just hope Kim isn't watching. The next rule is about contraband. In North Korea, you're not allowed to own Bibles, weapons, and even K-pop. Dang. The government will also inspect your house to make sure you don't have any of these items. So in-game, my inventory will be searched at random points in time. And if I'm holding any contraband, then it's game over. Challenge failed. So what am I not allowed to own? Well, North Korea bans foreign media, which includes items like the book and quill, music discs, and maps. That shouldn't be a problem. They also ban religious texts, so I can't have any enchanted books. The third category is where we run into a problem. In North Korea, you can't have unauthorized weapons. So in Minecraft, we'll say that anything that deals more than 5 attack damage is contraband. But some of these items are actually necessary to beat the game, so I'll have to be really careful when I use them. I have it programmed to search me at random points in the day. The first one is going to happen right now. All clear, no contraband. And the portrait is in my hand. But moving forward, I'm not going to know when these searches are coming. Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about food. You didn't think I could just eat whatever I want, did you? Historically, dictators have restricted the kinds and amounts of food their people can eat, and there's no better example than Stalin of the Soviet Union. During wartime, the Soviet people had to stick to a food rationing system. The rations you got were based on your role in society. So if you were a soldier or a government official, you were eating pretty good. But I'm a Minecraft YouTuber, so as far as Stalin is concerned, I'm basically unemployed. According to some very rough math, this is how much food I get to eat in a day. But it gets worse. In many cities, common people had to give up half of their bread rations to the Red Army. And since you can't split bread in half in Minecraft, your boy won't be getting any bread. So fish is literally the only food I can actually eat in this run. Better get to fishing. Okay guys, I know I did this in another video, but since my first catch was a bust, this one cod is all I get. I wish I could eat you. Because of harsh rationing policies like these, the Soviet people did not have a balanced diet, and many of them just didn't get enough bread and fish to sustain themselves. Man, these people needed Jesus. Oh, big mistake. Let me explain. There are lots of weird things dictators could punish you for. Laughing on the wrong day, wearing jeans, and, apparently, telling bad jokes. Specifically anything that went against the atheist regime. Well, shit. And yes, I built this prison cell for myself, because I'm a law-abiding citizen. Anyway, while I spend the next Minecraft day in jail, I'm gonna check out today's sponsor. Nah, just kidding. Just gonna let myself out. Man, I'm starving. I guess I know what it was like to live in the Soviet Union. And I got sent to jail again. This sucks! But there is one saving grace. Potatoes. Potatoes are great. They're versatile, they're filling, and they're surprisingly easy to grow. Even in brutal dictatorships like the USSR, you could eat as many potatoes as you wanted, as long as you farmed them yourself. Just one small problem. This village has literally 0 potatoes.
I've seen Irish famines with more potatoes.
So, until I can find some, I've got to keep casting the rod. Yo, there's a shipwreck. Just gonna borrow this. Not bad, not bad. But to be honest, I'm more excited about this wood. You know, since I can't cut down any trees. Potatoes! And then I found something that might get me killed. Ooh. This chest is filled with contraband. Books, quills, a map. It could lead to treasure. But if I'm caught holding it, that's game over. I'm gonna go for it. Come on. Oh man, I'm so gonna get caught. Where is it? Ah, I can't do it. I'm not losing the challenge for a piece of paper. I'll just find it myself. Let's go! That was worth it. You know, I think I would have been okay. But wait, did you catch that? 2 potions of water breathing. In North Korea, hard liquor is actually allowed, and commonly consumed. But, fun fact, alcohol was actually banned in the Soviet Union under Lenin. I won't be executed, but that's definitely 2 more nights in the slammer. I guess that's what I get for swimming under the influence. Shit! So far, these challenges have been pretty doable. But you didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you? Up until now, I've been free to do mostly whatever I want, like gathering resources to help me beat the game. But that freedom is about to disappear, because we're introducing one of history's most ruthless dictators, a certain Austrian painter. During World War II, the German dictatorship embodied terror and brutality. It committed horrible atrocities in occupied territories. Honestly, I feel like it's out of place to talk about this in a Minecraft video. One of these territories was France. The French people had to abide by a strict curfew, which prevented them from leaving their homes between 9 p.m. and 5 p.m. On top of that, they had to meet a heavy production quota raised by the Germans. They were also forced to start recycling. I guess that last one's not that bad. As for me, the first new rule says that I can't leave my house at night. But wait, I don't even have a house. I'd better build one, quick. Looks like we made it just before sunset. Oh wait, hang on. Just gonna borrow this. No, just kidding, it sucks. In France, you actually had to turn out all your lights and block your windows at night. Freaky. And now that it's a new day, I can start following the hardest rule so far, the production quota. Every morning, I'll be assigned a set of items that I have to collect before the next day, and you don't want to know what happens if I fail. Looks like today it's going to be 4 stacks of stone. Better get to it. The hard part is that my objective isn't even cobblestone, it's regular stone, so I need to get all of this smelted in one day. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. This quota is insane. Now we gotta get back to the house. Even though it's curfew, we can still technically finish the task. We just have to make sure to keep the lights out. This is what my life has come to. I think we're gonna make it. We did it! Now I get to rest, right? That one wasn't too bad, actually. I even went above and beyond. I wonder what I'll get tomorrow. Light work. I even have time to harvest my potatoes. Uh-oh. Surely it just means bricks, right? Not brick blocks. Oh no. This might be another all-nighter. Nah, we gotta get inside. And now, we wait. So what are all these materials for? 20th century dictatorships were all about industrializing the nation, In that same spirit, we're gonna have to build a factory. Uh-oh, we're under attack. That is what happens when you mess with a dictatorship. Bro, get them. Why are you not getting them? Yo, the factory's looking pretty sick. And what does it make, you ask? Boom, done. And just in time too, because we're about to get another set of rules. When we think of dictators, we think of some bad people. But not all dictators were evil. Just look at the Roman Empire. During an emergency, when the Senate was divided and indecisive, Rome gave total power to one person to restore order. That's actually where we get the word dictator from. For the Romans, dictator was a very temporary position. After resolving the crisis, many dictators would just step down for power, voluntarily. And then there was Julius Caesar. This guy had a big head. So when he declared himself dictator for life, it was pretty controversial. Some people loved him, some people hated him, and some people wanted to stab him 23 times. So what new rules are we getting from Caesar? First, military expansion. I'm surprised we haven't seen this yet, actually. Julius Caesar, like most dictators, rose to power through his command of the army. He committed bloody campaigns in Gaul as he expanded Roman territory. But he also pardoned criminals and granted citizenship to foreigners. And speaking of foreigners, there's another village just across the river. So, for the next Minecraft day, my only mission is to conquer it and subjugate its people. But, like Caesar, we'll also be merciful. So obviously we have to get rid of the iron golem. Unfortunately, this is literally the best weapon that I'm allowed to carry. Pop quiz. How do you conquer a village? Steal their food? Destroy cultural symbols? Plant a generic dictatorship flag? Get busy with the natives? If you said all of the above, then you'd be wrong, actually. All you really have to do is eliminate resistance. And these guys are idiots. I don't think they even care. As promised, the villagers are now officially citizens of our generic dictatorship. Following Caesar's example, I'll be giving my new citizens the right to an education. But of course, I'm the one who writes the books. What else did Caesar do for his people? He built roads. He built temples. He put 365 days in a year. What a guy. So, for this dictatorship challenge, I need to do all three. I'll start by connecting the two villages with a path system. Bro, this is my 7th shovel. We did it though. But that's nothing compared to the second project. I have to build the Temple of Venus Genetrix. Better get to it. Alright, one more project to go. For this one, we just have to make a calendar. Easy, right? Wrong! This is what a calendar looks like in Minecraft. See how the numbers match the days of the month? I need to get nearly 7 stacks of items to fill out the month. But wait, there are 12 months in a year. That means I need to do this 12 more times! Thanks, Caesar. I thought about which item I should use to fill in the days. Ideally something I can get lots of, like dirt or cobblestone. But I need 5,373 items. That's nearly 84 stacks. I'd have to really think outside the box for this one. I think the answer to this problem is copper. 1 copper block can be expanded into 9 ingots. And get this, each ingot makes 9 nuggets. That's 81 items per block mined. That sounds pretty good, but it's not like there's a place where you can just find copper blocks, right? That should hopefully be enough. Next, I'll have to get my hands on 24 chests to make the calendar. I feel bad leaving them to drown, but they are very loud. And now for the hard part, filling the calendar. Bro, if I had a penny for every time I forgot what day it was, I would be in this exact situation. Bam! We got Ionius, Februarius, Martius, Aprilis, Maius, Iunius, Julius, Sextilis, September, October, November, and December. I think this calls for another temple. You know what's crazy? Julius Caesar is the reason we have the leap year. The guy wasn't bad for a dictator. I'm finally done with my public works, but don't think I forgot about the quota system. Oh no. I only have 10 minutes of daylight to find diamonds, not die to a baby zombie, make a pickaxe, find some lava, and then mine 12 obsidian. But wait, a diamond pickaxe does 5 attack damage, so it actually classifies as a weapon, according to our contraband list. So if I get a random inventory check while I'm mining, that's it, I fail. Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna not die to that baby zombie, then I'm gonna grab the diamonds, but I'll wait to craft the pickaxe until after my inventory gets searched. I have no idea when that's gonna be, but hopefully I'll have enough time to get the obsidian and get back to my house before nightfall. Any second now. No, this is fine. I'm not in a rush or anything. Let's go. Oh, right. Now I gotta book it back to my house. Please! Let's go! I made it! Get this trash out of my sight. Why did I need to get 12 obsidian? I think the dictator wants me to make a portal to expand his military rule to the Nether and enslave its people. Whatever, man, I don't ask questions. I do get to make some armor for myself, at least. Looking sharp.
Hold up.
Do you really think that I was going to get away with that iron armor? Let's talk about fascism. The word actually comes from the Roman Empire. A fasces was essentially an axe surrounded by a bundle of sticks, which represented strength and unity through totalitarian rule. During World War II, Italian fascists tried to relive the greatness of the ancient Roman Empire by projecting an outward image of exactly that, strength and unity. This was perhaps best seen in their military uniforms, literally one form of dressing. So here's the next rule. I don't get to show off my individuality. I had to change my skin to an Italian black shirt uniform, and then make an actual black shirt. Time to suit up. Whoops. Now that I have the best armor known to man, it's time to take on the Nether. And this is probably going to be the hardest part of the entire run, because I'll have to get blaze rods and pearls without using any contraband weapons. Remember that I have to hold on to this portrait at all times, so I won't be allowed to use a shield either. And on top of that, I can't drink potions. But you know what the worst part is? I can't even find the fortress. Iron shovels are low-key underrated. Nah, I'm getting owned. I need a way to block the fireballs. Just gonna borrow this. Oh yeah. I found a pretty cool bastion, but then I remembered that dictators don't let their citizens trade with foreigners, so I'll have to find pearls another way. Here's the plan. Just get it in a boat, place a few blocks, and back it up.
Right, back it up.
We're almost ready to go find the stronghold. I'll be relying on beds to beat the dragon, so the last thing I'm gonna do is get some wool. This run has been crazy so far. There was a whole contraband system. I've had to follow curfews and quotas. I've been imprisoned 3 times. Actually 4, if you count this from earlier. Hey guys, you wanna hear a funny joke? So, Mussolini, Stalin, and Kim Jong-un walk into a bar and... Oh, I know it's coming. There's one more thing about dictatorships that we have to talk about before we can beat the game. Resistance. Living under a dictatorship that strips you of your human rights is brutal, but it isn't permanent. Historically, peaceful protests have been used to replace tyrannical governments, like the Solidarity movement in Poland and student movements in Pakistan. Other, more violent methods have been used too. Why am I saying all this? Because the Ender Dragon is a dictator, and we're about to overthrow it.
Wait, what?
The dragon draws power from a network of crystals. In real life, dictators are only strong when they're supported. So to strike at the dictator, we first have to dismantle its support system. Time to put all this wool to use. Wait! Did you really think I could just end it like that? Remember what I said about resistance? In real life, violence is one of the worst ways of trying to beat a dictator. On the rare chance that an armed uprising actually succeeds, it often ends up just being as corrupt and repressive as the original dictatorship. We cannot end this with violence. Luckily, there's another way. We're going to free the end remotely. Let's go! And of course, we have to eliminate the dictator's lineage, too. And that is how you beat Minecraft while it's a brutal dictatorship. Wait, no, that's not mine. Wait, no. No!